Guys, good afternoon. Puck Daddy back at it with another one, guys. Today I have something pretty cool to share with you guys. It was something that was passed down from my dad and was passed down from his dad, so my gramps. I think it's unbelievable. This is something that I will be keeping in my collection for quite some time. Basically, there are two parts of this video. So the first part will be the 2002 Olympic hockey team, Team Canada pins that they were handing out by the Toronto Sun, I believe, back then. And I mean, they're just so cool. I mean, just to give you an example, this is what this one looks like. So this one's the Jerome McGinley 2002 Olympic Canadian team. Still in the package. Awesome stuff right there. So that's Iggy. And then you got this one's Martin Brodeur. This is a full roster, guys. I just think these are so cool to have. Still in the original package from back then. Pretty cool keepsake, that's for sure. We got Eric Brewer. As you can see in the background, guys, I got the 2002 game against the U.S. Uh, we got Eric Brewer, very sturdy defenseman back in the day. Ryan Smith, what a guy, what a captain. This guy was a great Oiler, had a great long career. Loved Ryan Smith. Now you got Ed Jovanovski, Jovo Cop. Now this was a tower of power. Jovo Cop would just destroy you on the blue line back then. He was such a dominant force on that blue line. It was very nice to watch. Oh, I thought they scored. Anyway, we got Michael Pekka. Everyone loved Michael Pekka with the Buffalo Sabres. Every one of these players, or a lot of them, made their rounds to the Leafs at one point in their career, but that's pretty cool. Uh, Michael Pekka there. Eric Lindros, the Big E. I met him at an arena at my son's game. While a couple years back, he was just there. I think it was at what arena? It was North Toronto where I met him, I believe. And he was just standing there. I asked him, "Hey, bud," shook his hand. Let's take a picture, and I got a photo with him. So it was pretty cool. Biggie, dominant. Remember that Legion of Doom line, guys? He was huge part of that line and a huge part of the Philadelphia Flyers' success back during the 90s. I mean, no one dominated Junior like the Biggie, I'll tell you that. Next up, we got Paul Correa, guys. Ain't that funny that he's the next guy up? Paul Correa, one of Big E's victims, I'm sure many a times, but also a victim of Scott Stevens that rocked him numerous occasions. But that one time where he knocked him out cold, he went back to the dressing room, came back to the game, and scored the game winner. Well, I mean, that just to do that, Paul Correa, I salute you for that, buddy, because that was a hell of that's a hockey player right there in my books. Next up, we got Curtis Joseph, guys. I've said this many times. Curtis Joseph, probably one of the best goalies never to win the Stanley Cup, guys. Cujo was an unbelievable goalie. He has, I don't know the correct amount of wins he has. If you do know, please comment down below. But he's up there in wins, guys. Cujo, great with St. Louis, great with the Leafs when he came here. He made he made his way around the NHL as well. But he was most known for his time with St. Louis and in Toronto. So this next one is the Team Canada. Just pinned the Team Canada logo. I mean, these are just so cool to have. I really appreciate my dad giving me these. I mean, something you keep forever, right? I know a lot of you guys don't only collect hockey cards. You're into, you know, old, even old game sheets or old tickets. I have a lot of that stuff as well. Well, some of it, not a lot, but like old game tickets from games I went in the past. So I know a lot of collectors in the hobby isn't just strictly cards, guys. So that's why I thought I'd share this today. I think it's, you got to change it up. You gotta show your cards. You gotta be unique. And give people, variety, right? And that's what I'm doing here. So Scotty Niedermayer, great defenseman, pretty cool there. You got Eddie the Eagle, Ed Belfour. Really cool. Unbelievable goalie. He loved to party, enjoy himself, you know what I mean? Then you got Simone Gagne, another great goaltender here. Let me see if I can turn up the lighting on here. Simone Gagne, just a great player. So guys, what are you guys up to today? It's a nice day out. I'm just kind of farting around. I got some good video ideas I want to put together. This would be the first of my idea to share with you guys. Just to kind of talk about my previous videos that I've uploaded. I know a lot of you guys have watched it, and I really thank you. I just want to keep that momentum, guys. So that's why I'm really trying to be consistent with this. Share what I have, share some great stuff, talk about hockey. You know, that's what it's all about, right? So we got Steve Yzerman. Here he is, one of the best captains, in my opinion, of all time. He served as Detroit Red Wings captain for about 20 years. It was 20 years, actually. And what a resume this guy has. Unbelievable. Next up, you got Theo. Theo, the Ball of Fire Fleury. This guy, unbelievable. His documentary, I believe it's Playing with Fire. Just kind of dives into his life, his journey. He had a pretty rough go at it. I know he had a hard time after he left Calgary, and he went off to a few teams. Didn't really pan out in New York. And I guess if you take a look at the documentary, it explains, you know, his hardships and what he went through. But still was a tremendous hockey player. I still think he should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. Leave a comment down below if you think Theo Fleury should be in the Hockey Hall of Fame, because he gets my vote 100%. So there he is, Theo, the ball of fire Fleury. Then you got Chris Pronger, one of the dirtiest defensemen I've ever seen play the game, but he was just so good. Dirty but good. I guess it's tough being a huge guy. I mean, your weight does throw itself. So, you know, he liked to give some of these and some of those. You know what I mean? And can't be doing that, right? You can really injure someone. I mean, I'm all for the rough and tumble type of play, but I mean, when you're throwing bows, it's not the way to play. Rob Blake, another tower of power right there. Great GM now, I believe, with the Kings, or not with the Kings. Who's Rob Blake? Either the Kings or I don't know. Either way, I think it is the Kings, but Rob Blake, great defenseman back in the day. Let me see here if you guys can see that. I want to make sure you guys are actually seeing this. I got this lighting, but I'm getting some serious light from outside, so it's hard to kind of. There you go, guys. There's another one. Then you got Owen Nolan. Love this guy. I remember in the All-Star game when he called his shot, top shelf, made it work, and put it in. Right where Mama hides the cookies, right? Top shelf. Owen Nolan was such a great player. I loved him. Another player that made his rounds to the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then you got Mario the Magnifique. How do you say that? I will just say the magnificent one because I'm English and I'm Canadian. So yeah, there he is, Mario Lemieux, guys. What a player he was. Unbelievable. Now, I know this is a heavy debate, and I'm going to just kind of spark some fire to it. Gretzky, Lemieux, guys. Gretzky or Lemieux? I think Gretzky's the GOAT, my opinion. What's your opinion? Mario Lemieux or Wayne Gretzky? Who is the best player of all time? Comments down below, guys. Anyway, next up, we got Joe Nieuwendyk. Joey Nieuwendyk, another guy who played with the Leafs from the Flames, won a cup in '89. I believe, yes, he did win in '89. He also won with Dallas. And I forget what year that was. I believe 1999, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Joey had a great career. Guys, I'm gonna stop. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Blessed. All right, next up, we got Brandon Shanahan, the president of Toronto Maple Leafs. What a power forward he was. You know, especially when he joined the Red Wings, he was just a force, just unbelievable leadership, strong power forward, in front of the net type of player, but also could snipe all day long. So Brandon Shanahan loved him as a player. He's done a bang up job with the Leafs, so let's keep it rolling, Shannon. Let's keep it rolling, buddy. Next up, we got Joey Sakic, probably one of my top 5 players of this era. Joe Sakic, Burnaby Joe, Quebec Nordique captain, Colorado Avalanche captain, Stanley Cup winner. You know, he's won every level, guys. Like, I'm pretty sure he's won at junior too, but I'm not totally sure about that. But Joe Sakic, unbelievable career. What a resume he has. Um, just the release he used to have. He was a silent assassin, I used to call him, because he was the type of player that was an elite superstar. Okay, an elite superstar, but didn't need all the hype behind it. You know, he didn't need all the limelight, is what I'm trying to say. And he just did it quietly, and he did it consistently every single year. Hockey Hall of Famer, Joey Sakic. Next up, guys, a few more to go in this roster for the Team Canada 2002 Canadian Olympic team. We got Al McInnes, Al with the hammer. Pretty cool there. I loved Al. Big Al with the shot from the point, just 100 miles per hour clapper at your face. But like, whew, who wants to be in front of that? Not me. And then we got Adam Foote, another big defenseman. I think he has a few sons, or a son, Cal Foote, in the NHL right now as a defenseman. And you know, this guy was just sturdy as hell. He was like a brick shithouse, to be honest with you. So guys, that was the Canada roster for the 2002 Olympic Games. So that's the first part of this video. Let's see what the score is here in this bit. Team America just scored, Team USA. So kudos to all my American viewers. Shout out to you guys. You guys have been dominant. You know, Canada does have to pick its shit up. I'll be honest with you. You guys have been, you know, taking it to us in the junior ranks. You've been taking it to us in, you know, at the pro level and the Olympic level. So kudos to you guys. You're doing something right over there. Keep it up. Next up, guys, we got, so these ones are pretty sharp too as well. Something my father passed down to me. And you know, these were the official Hockey Hall of Fame medallion collection. Okay, guys. So I know a lot of you collectors might be familiar with these, some may not. So I just think they're an unbelievable piece to have. They're still in the same package as they came in, and it's official licensed NHL collectible. So I love this. So first up, guys, we got Canadian legend Maurice the Rocket Richard, first player to score 500 goals. Now, if that's not cool, you like, come on, guys, that is a beautiful piece right there. It's not like still in the same package, mint condition. I know a lot of guys collect these types of things, so you know, I would love to learn more about this type of stuff because I know there's a huge market for it, and you know, hey, another avenue, right? Another avenue. So next up, so that was Maurice Richard. Next up, we got another Montreal Canadian, 1,000 point in. Oh, so this one, Guy Lafleur, 1,000 point in only 720 games. Unbelievable. Think about that. 1,000 points in 720 games. What a player. I mean, that Montreal Canadian team was just stacked. I heard something on the, I don't know what it was I was listening to, but when they were going through that dynasty, they had probably, they were saying something like 11 captains on that team. You know, like if you were to look at it on paper, they had 11 captains on that squad. And I don't know, look at that roster. You can say any one of those guys could have been a long-serving captain on any other team in the NHL. So Guy Lafleur, pretty cool. Oh, guys, I do apologize. I'm showing him upside down. So there he is. Look at that face. Here. Do you see it? Boom. Next up, we got my guy. You know, I'm a big fan of him. He's one of the best Los Angeles Kings ever to play the game. He is easily the most underrated player of all time, and I'm trying to get you his. It's Marcel Dion, guys. So there's the pin. It was giving me a hard time because it wasn't right side up. But there's that Marcel Dion. Now let's see what it says about him. So he had 1,771 points in 1,313 games. But that's incredible. All right, it's cool. This is the first time actually that I'm noticing it had something written underneath this, so this is pretty cool. Next up, we got the man, the legend, arguably the best defenseman of all time, Boston Bruin great, Bobby Orr. Now, 8 consecutive Norris trophies. 8. Okay. Now, this is another great conversation I love having. Different eras, totally different times, different type of hockey. What, I mean, if you're going to have this argument, let's have this in my chat or in the comments below. Bobby Orr, Nick Lidstrom. 8 Norris trophies consecutive, 7 Norris trophies consecutive. Who's the better defenseman? Chat or tell me down below. I want to know because I know this is going to be almost a 50-50 debate. I can almost tell you right now because I'm dead smack in the middle. I don't even know because if you look at it, different eras, right? Different eras. But if you look at Bobby was a lot further ahead of his competition. And that's something to look at too as well, right? He was a lot better than the rest of the people behind him. And Nick Lidstrom, he was just dominant. He did it with grace. He did it with confidence. And I don't know, guys. I can't even give you my answer. I love Lidstrom. I never witnessed Bobby Orr play the game, so that's where I'm teetering towards Nick Lidstrom, guys. To be honest with you, because I witnessed Nick Lidstrom play the game. I never watched Bobby Orr live. I've never watched Bobby Orr on TV except for on highlights. So my guys, I'm making my decision. I believe Nick Lidstrom would be the best defenseman of all time. Sorry. I have to go with Nick Lidstrom. If you guys don't agree with me, that's cool. I'm cool with that. But if you really look at his stats, look at the eras, look at the points, if you want to go by points, we're talking Ray Bourque, the best defenseman of all time. So, guys, there's many answers, many great defensemen. Tell me down below what you think. Next up, guys, we got John Beliveau. John Beliveau, unbelievable class act. Captain, 10 Stanley Cup wins in 20 years. Do you understand? Do you understand that? Hold on. Like that blows my mind. Do you hear this? 10 Stanley Cup wins in 20 years. John Beliveau, legend. Okay? What a legend he is. What a career. Just unbelievable. So, yeah, we're moving along, guys, on these. Next up, we got the man, Steve Shutt, another Montreal Canadian. He had 5 Stanley Cup championships in his career. Steve Shutt. Beauty. Okay? Next up, guys, we have, I'm going to save that one for later. One of my favorite defensemen, for me, it was, my favorites were Scott Stevens, Paul Coffey. I'll tell you why. Because when I turned to be a defenseman, I wanted to take the best attributes from both those players. So be rough, tough as nails, and aware who's on the ice, like Scott Stevens, but to be able to carry the puck with the vision and grace, that stride that Paul Coffey had. Those are the two guys I studied, and to me, they're my favorite defensemen of all time. But this guy, Paul Coffey, 100, what is it? 1,531 points in 1,000 games as a defenseman, guys. He's another one that could be tossed up there as one of the all-time. Well, he is up there, top five for sure for me. All-time greatest defensemen of all time. Paul Coffey was just. If you ever watch him skate, not many defensemen skate like Paul did. Another guy who did before him was Bobby Orr, who skated very much like Paul Coffey. Another guy who I watch now who skates a lot like Paul Coffey and moves a lot like Paul Coffey, Makar. All right, Makar is almost the way he moves is, but it's on a next level. Like he's the next. He's the next in line, guys, to take that torch from the guys previous, in front of him. And I think he's going to be one hell of a player. He's just unbelievable, guys. Next up, guys, we got the man, the captain, former Leaf captain, Daryl Sittler. 1,121 points in 1,096 games, guys. Daryl Sittler. Now, these are unbelievably cool. I love, it says on the back, these medallions are not intended for children under the ages of 3. Don't know why I just told you that, but yeah, official Hockey Hall of Fame medallion collection. See? On the back. So that's the man, Daryl Sittler. Next up, we have Bobby Hall, the Golden Jet. He had 12 All-Star Game appearances. Him and his son, love them, have both their autos. Just great player, the Golden Jet. Okay, next up we have Big Bird, Larry Robinson. Six Stanley Cup championships with the Montreal Canadiens. These are pretty cool, guys? It's something different. I collect everything hockey. I have autos, I have old tickets, I have old game programs, I have old cards, I have modern cards, I have autographed photos. I mean, I love hockey, guys. I mean, if you don't know that by now, hockey is where it's at. It's my life. It's just what it is, guys. So I love collecting stuff like this. So I hope you're enjoying this video. This one is the man, 6-time Norris Trophy winner, Ray Bourque, all-time leader in points as a defenseman in the NHL. Very much in that conversation to be, dubbed one of the best or the best defenseman of all time. Bobby Orr, Nick Lidstrom, Ray Bourque, Paul Coffey, those guys were it. Scott Stevens as well. Bear with me, guys. I'm losing stuff again. So what do we got here? We got a little bit left here. Brian Trottier, 6 Stanley Cup championships. He won 4 with the Islanders, 2 with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and just a tremendous player in his career. Next up, we have Serge Savard. Another great career. Let's see what he had. Wow. Okay. 8 Stanley Cup championships, guys. Pretty cool. Pretty cool there. Now, guys, if you haven't watched my previous videos, if you don't mind going to do that, it really, when you guys when you guys comment, when you guys subscribe, it really helps out my channel. So don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to share this with a friend. Don't forget to comment. I want to hear what you guys think and what you guys, just what your comments are. And I want to interact, right? I've been saying that. So let's keep that momentum going, guys. I love what's happening with this channel so far. And I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So let's keep it rolling. Frank Mahovlich, guys. We got 16 All-Star Game appearances. Sorry, my eyes are a little blurry right now. So there he is, Frank the Tank Mahovlich. I don't even know if that was his nickname. I just gave him that nickname. Terry Sawchuk, all-time shutout leader. with 100. What is that? 103. There's Sacha. A lot of people would say he's the best goaltender of all time. I don't think so. And I'm a Patrick Waugh guy. I think he was the best goaltender of all time. Some people would say Brodeur, but I'm lighting a fire, right? See, this is what I'm doing in this video. I'm just lighting fires all over the place, guys. So once again, have that conversation. I love Patty Roy. Martin Brodeur is a second for me, guys. So there's Sacha. So there's Sacha. Um, oh, Iggy. What a player he was, eh? Iggy from Sakic. Now, those were two guys I was telling you about. I mean, those guys were just tremendous players, Hockey Hall of Famers. Glenn Hall. Now, this is a great discussion, and I have this discussion with a lot of vintage guys, okay? The vintage guys will always tell me that, and it may be true, okay? It may be true, but who made it popular? Now, they say Glenn Hall created the butterfly style goaltending, that style, right? I, he may have, been the first to try that style. Keyword try. He did it. He was also a lot. If you take a look at goaltending now and goaltending back then, you can't even compare it, guys. It's very different. Equipment's different. Net size is different. Uh, it's everything is different. The players are in better shape. It's totally different, guys. So back to my conversation about the butterfly style. Butterfly style was made popular and made an actual style by Patrick Wall. And if you don't agree with me, tell me why down below. Tell me if you don't agree with me that Patrick Waugh made the butterfly style number one popular and number one an actual style that Martin Brodeur and goalies underneath him that you don't think they studied him? You don't think Martin Brodeur studied Waugh? You think he studied Glenn Hall? Get over yourself. Come on. Comment down below. I love all this fire. Fire I'm starting. Come on, guys. Bring it. I love it. Glenn Hall, guys. So, yeah. So he had 407 wins and 84 shutouts. One hell of a goaltender, guys. Don't get me wrong. I give credit where credit's due, but I also know facts. Next up, we got Ted Lindsay. God bless him. One Ted Lindsay. I never witnessed. He was one player, other than obviously Mr. Hockey. I wished I could have watched play in real in life. Like you watch his highlights and you watch how he carried himself, and how the Red Wings organization and just in hockey in general, how they receive him is just tremendous. To have that type of support and people behind you like that. Just a number one first class citizen, Ted Lindsay. 8 first all-star team selections. Here he is, the man. Beautiful guy. Beauty. All right, so guys, we're coming down to the last few here. Who did I leave for last? Good conversation here, guys. If Bobby Orr wasn't a thing, what do you think about Brad Park? I think Brad Park could have been Norris Trophy winner if Bobby Orr wasn't around or as good as he was. What you think? Comment down below. Next up, we got another. I love Mike Bossy, guys. Mike Bossy, one of the best natural goal scorers of all time, in my opinion. Injuries, obviously, they always take the best, right? Like Bossy, Lemieux, all the best players, or shortened careers. What could have been with these players, right? Like Bossy was on a pace, I grew up 60, 70, 50 goals every year, guys. Like 9 seasons with 50 or more goals. There you go. Not talking crap, guys. Mike Bossy was just an unbelievable player, and he lived the dream in the NHL. Took a team through a dynasty, and it just did big things, right? Like it just did big things, yeah. So that's that. Next up, we got Jacques Plante, 5 consecutive Vezina trophies. That's a pretty cool one there, and that's Jacques Plante. He was the first one to cover his face as a goaltender after getting smashed by so many pucks in his face. He just, you know, and I think the story behind the stitches, if I think I'm right about this, but he was every time he get hit in the face with a puck on his mask, he would put a stitch mark in the mask. So I think that's the story behind that. So he had 5 consecutive Vezina trophies, guys. Another guy who could be thrown in that greatest goaltenders of all time. And then you got, so I saved the 2 best for last. So I'll go with the second best, Mr. Hockey. Rest in peace. A legend, Hall of Famer, Canadian Prairie Boy. Buddy, imagine him in this type of era, how tough he was, or even back in the 80s, playing in the 80s, he would have loved it. In the 90s, you know, that clutch and grab era, he was a very tough player. He retired with most all-time, with the most all-time records when he retired, and obviously, you know, Wayne Gretzky came to the league and, you know, had something to say about that. So Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey, always will be Mr. Hockey. All right, and then next up we have the last one, the great one, the GOAT. Let's see what it says here about him. All-time leader in points. So what is it? 2,857 points. Wayne Gretzky. Unbelievable, guys. What a career. The GOAT. No question in my mind. He is the best player ever to play the game. You know, tell me, please. You know, the Mario Lemieux Wayne Gretzky combo. You tell me what you think, but no one dominated the game like Wayne Gretzky dominated the game. I'm sorry, guys. It's just I love Doug Gilmour, my favorite player of all time, but I can give credit where credit's due. Wayne Gretzky was the best player of all time, and there's no real question about that. So, guys, you know, it's been a slice once again. I really appreciate you hanging out with me for this long. Glad I could share this part of my collection with you as well. I think it's pretty cool. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please take a look at my previous videos. Take a look at my IG accounts at PuckDaddy93 or PD93.cards. You can check me out on TikTok at PuckDaddy93. And please, guys, it really does help out. If you're watching but not subscribed, please subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. It won't hurt, and it really helps me along the way in my journey. So like, it helps. Comment, it helps. I will respond every single time. You can look at all my videos. I'm very interactive with my viewers, and I make sure that I always respond. So if you want to interact, now's the time. Let's keep that momentum going, and guys, have a blessed day. Do your thing. Live it up, and Puck Daddy will send you on a big note. Cheers.